Nova Star.
That's the problem with low-hanging fruit, of course.
It's obviously a trap of some sort, Margrave. But if we do nothing, it will embolden the citizenry.
I know. It's bad enough that... What is it, Sergeant?
We have a guest. You there, the one hiding behind the second pillar. You had garlic at your last meal, and you were smoking knockweed no more than an hour ago, likely to calm your nerves.
Look, we are rather busy at the moment, so either show yourself or slink away, would you? Ah, a new recruit from the capital, I see. I didn't think they would bother after the last one. Welcome to Fowler's Gate. I'm sorry we don't have any wine today.
This is dangerous. Sir, there is no notice from Sir Christopher of any new recruits.
Quite right, Sergeant. Notice, too, how they remain half in shadow. Turn so that we do not see if or when they draw their blade. So what are you, then? A thief? No, a smart thief would have snuck away upon first detection. A foolish one would have run, and a desperate thief would have already attacked. What do you see, Sergeant?
Notice how the uniform is dirty, to suggest a lack of care or discipline, but it is neither frayed nor patched.
Not even properly wrinkled, as it comes to that. Well spotted.
That uniform fits too well. It does not belong to any of our members. This person obviously has the resources to have one made and tailored. It could be a spy.
I think not. One of the king's spies would have dropped the pretense and would already be barking orders at us, and a foreign spy would be chatting us up, trying to keep us distracted. So, we know they have the means, that they are professional, and that they are neither thief nor spy. What does that leave, Sergeant?
Assassin. But no assassin would be so foolish as to envelope themselves in such pungent aromas unless they wanted to be discovered. But only once they had gotten this close.
Why, I do believe this person has come seeking employment.
Excellent work, assassin. That you were able to approach this closely without alerting us of your presence says much for your clandestine abilities and how you learned our location, and that we were even looking for an assassin tells us what we need to know about your ability to gather information discreetly. And you outpaced our intelligence network, arriving before our informants could alert us that someone was asking questions. So you work quickly.
Or without compunction. I do hope you are sparing with your blade. If we do hire you,
We must move
any
quickly
deaths of our guards or
secure the
servants will,
city.
of course, be removed.
For now, we must
Adjusting
work
to
with this
sobriety has
one.
lessened their admittedly meager capabilities, but one works with what one has.
Margrave, given the recent supply cuts and the organization of the Southern District, we might wish to arrange a test.
It is a good thought, Sergeant, but we have no time to spare. Assassin, we are prepared to offer you 400 pieces of silver.
Sir, that is over half the coffer, and there will be much to rebuild.
I am aware of that. But once we regain control of the supply lines into the city, we can make it back soon enough. Then we can leave these blasted sewers and get back to the relative comforts above. Assassin, 400 silver is a fortune, but your target's blood is worth every copper. Tell me, have you heard of the Captain? Notice that, Sergeant, how the assassin does not speak, even when directly questioned. Between that and remaining covered head to toe, they are sure that no distinguishing features can be used to identify them later. A professional indeed.
The captain was tricked into coming here several months ago. Did not appreciate the lack of military structure or purpose in Fowler's Gate, or the Margrave's distinct lack of moral compass.
Steady on, Sergeant.
Captain deserted, which happens often here. But this one left with the intent of saving the city. We must give this one some information to gain trust. This is a critical time, and we need their cooperation. For now, the captain kept their title, we assume for anonymity, and took to the streets as a vigilante. Of course, it was not long before they were captured with Silamancers.
I didn't know that.
We thought it best not to inform you at that time, sir. You were already dealing with so much.
Then why isn't the captain dead? Silamancers are not known for their compassion.
Indeed, Margrave. But they are known for their experiments they conduct on their prisoners.
You don't mean...
He was turned into a gargoyle. Not the stone creatures that adorn the rooftops, of course. That would be a blessing. Assassin. The Silamancers of Fowler's Gate are known for conducting nightmarish experiments on people. They often implant weapons and armor into people's bodies, making them physically powerful.
The operations we hear are torturously painful, and generally leave the subject's mind a tattered mess that these Silamancers then reprogram, turning them into obedient slaves. The operation also tends to disfigure them greatly, hence the nickname Gargoyles.
Only the captain did not break. The captain retained their mental facilities, as well as their autonomy. The Silamancer who had performed the operation was killed, and the gargoyles in their power were freed. Now the captain has a small army of grateful monsters to command, and has been using them to make the streets safe for the general public.
This is worse than I thought. Sergeant, never keep information like this from me again.
My apologies, Margrave.
Now, Assassin, do you feel up to the challenge of removing this thorn from the paw of Fowler's Gate?
We must end this. The longer they speak to us, the more the truth they are likely to discover.
They will almost certainly go berserk and terrorize the populace until they beg for our intervention. Then we can take control of as many of the wretches as possible and have them slaughter the rest.
A brilliant plan, sir. If you would like to go lie down, I will hammer out the details with our new employee.
Actually, I think I will head down to the cellars beneath the Westgate bunker, check on the troops, and see if there's anything to drink. Carry on, Sergeant.
I know you do not think much of it. Your target has been sweeping, but the Margrave is more cunning than he lets on. Here, there is nothing until I am sure he is left. How familiar are you with the city? He's gone. Look, I told you that we had to give him some information to keep his cooperation. Now he thinks the captain is a gargoyle, which is close enough to the truth to keep his trust. He does not know, nor will he discover, that the captain has actually become a Silamancer as well. Of course, the captain is still leading the crusade to make Fowler's Gate safe and prosperous, and I have no problem with that. But they are dismantling the fear of Silamancy itself. Yes, the captain is actually recruiting others who share that abomination to repair the more damaged gargoyles and to offer safe implantations to the general populace. That is why the Scions have come to Fowler's Gate, and that is why we have come to you. Do you know what will happen to your people if Fowler's Gate comes under the control of an organized cartel of Silamancers? They are forever experimenting on their own races. They will not balk at carving into yours as well. We know that your race is honorable. We are prepared to trade. In 10 days, we will ensure that as many guards as possible are away from the southeast gate. Your warriors will storm the gate, but they are to engage only with the gargoyles and Silamancers. The untainted people are not to be harmed, and once the captain is dead, your warriors will leave the city immediately and never return. In return, we will ensure that Fowler's Gate no longer troubles your people, and we will give you the secrets to defeat the necromancer of the swamp, so that you can reclaim your city of Greenscale and avenge the murder of your holy guardian. Now, do we have a deal?